Here we have some rough snowflake obsidian, and we're going to start this in our 4-pound barrel. Just going to look at how pretty this is. Lots of, see, some have very little, and some are like a snowstorm. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see this. This should shine up, polish up beautifully. This has got some pink in it. Hope it stays. So the first thing we're going to do is load up our barrel. And as you can see, we've got plenty of chips already started. Okay. We are about half full. These we're going to set aside. These are just too small to tumble. And we'll start that in its own little bag. So this is a Mohs hardness of 5.5 to 6. I'm going to get some coarse 3. How it's kind of rounded a little bit. We've run it through some coarse material on its own, trying to smooth some of the edges so it doesn't damage our stone. Let's get some of that small in there. Shake it so it gets in all the crevices. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, let's put in our 60-90 grit. One. Okay, let's add some water. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, alrighty. We will check in on our snowflake obsidian next week. Back with our snowflake obsidian. This was a new barrel we started last week, so it's been in coarse 60-90 for 1 week, and it's looking pretty damn good. Like how the how the other stones have been going forever in coarse. This is like almost ready for medium, and it's only been 1 week. It's just a couple little spots. And we've been finding chips. So we're taking these out because we don't want them to damage our stones. So things that are going back in coarse are going over here. Things to go on to medium will be held back. Oh, can you see that? That could go another week in coarse. But my goodness. These are looking pretty damn amazing. There's just a little bit there. I don't even think this is going to need a full week. Maybe 4 days. We'll check it again in 4 days. Holy cow. See the pink in there? It's like a little dotted line. It's just a tiny, tiny bit. We're finding more chips. We'll set those aside. There's a hole right there. There's another little tiny hole. Wow, these are like seriously almost ready for medium. If I weren't quite so picky, they'd go into medium right now. It's just a couple little tiny spots. See, I would have said this one was ready for medium except for this right here. And that is why it's not going, moving forward. Just that little tiny spot right there. Right there. Isn't it pretty? I like how there's a little bit of pink in this. I wonder what the pink is. If anybody knows what the pink is, why don't go ahead and put it in the comments. Because inquiring minds would like to know. Wow, this snowflake, it's just amazing how fast it's moving. It's sort of like that Kambaba Jasper, the crocodile stuff. It went pretty quickly too. But not this quick, holy cow. I mean, this is just 1 week. That, you could probably take a chisel and split this tiny rock in half. See how the crack line goes? I'll leave that out. That might just cause damage. Fairly certain this one's ready for medium. This is interesting. The host rock is still attached, and this is where all that pink is coming from. So if anybody knows what this is, let me know. I'd love to find out. I mean, it's really smooth. Wow, look at all these little chips. Here. Getting lots of them here. Oh, there's a little. So close. So what I do when I split a batch is I take out everything that's ready to go on to the next stage and I set it in a little baggie that's marked what it is. You know, like I did for the yellow jasper, you know, and it was saying that it was ready for medium. And then when the rest of its batch catches up to it, I dump them all in together in a wash cycle and then I move them all forward together. But sometimes we have to split it. And then sometimes when we split it, there's not enough in the barrel to move forward. And we can either add an insane amount of ceramic media to it, or add a different kind of stone of the same hardness, which is what I did to the serape in yellow. Freeing up a barrel. Oh, this was almost ready. This is really pretty. This is Snowflake Obsidian. It's really nice. It's really chipping quite a bit. Look at this, it's just disintegrating in my hand. That's coming out. It's a big piece chipped off and smooth all the way around. You know what's really funny about this is it's ready to go to medium. But it's a rock chip, so we're not going to move it forward. Here's another smashed to smithereens piece. Okay. Medium. So far we only have 3 pieces that are ready to go to medium. See that there? That's what's keeping it in course. Big one right here. All you need is one. The rest of the stone can be absolutely perfect. But if you've got that one imperfection, I don't know, you're kind of screwed. It's a matter of opinion. Some people like those little imperfections. I think this is just a piece of the host rock that came off. I'm going to keep it in here for filler. It'll grind down to nothing eventually. Or maybe not, we never really know. Yeah. See that host rock in there? I don't know if it's gonna... No, I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's going to be fine. We're just going to put it back in course. What do you think? Ready for medium? Oh, and then you get that one spot. Okay. So this one's gone completely dry. It is much easier to see the imperfections when it's dry. But look at it pop when it's wet. Looks like we're in a blinding snowstorm. Okay, thanks for sticking with me through this entire batch of Snowflake Obsidian. I was just really happy that sometimes 1 week's enough. And I think this is going to be like one of those 10 or 11 day batches. Because all that is so close to being ready. This was our problem child. Yeah, that we were going to split. I don't know. Let's give it one more week in course, and if it doesn't get any better, then we'll have to split it. Alright, let's go through our ceramic media and find the rest of these little teeny tiny pieces of stone that are going to ruin our batch. And you can see there was a whole lot less ceramic media this time around. And that was because we had enough stone to fill the barrel. Okay, I think the rest of this is good. So this is what we got for stones. Those are chips that are left over. We're going to use those for another project. Ceramic media goes back in the barrel. This is how much we had left. That has to do coarse again. And here we have the few pieces that can be set aside to go to medium. Alright, we'll be back with our next barrel. Snowflake Obsidian. That's what we're working on right now. It's pretty much dry. This has been running for 2 full weeks in course. Oh, that hit a chip. So I think it's going to need a little bit more time on that piece. So it was sitting in slurry, and I need to find that piece that dried on here. So you see that? That's dried slurry. I hope to God. Some water. Nope, that's host rock. See. Alright, why is this camera not focusing? Oh, here we go. There's slurry left on it. I saw one of these when I dumped it out that was really bad. Just take a toothbrush with a little bit of dish soap, scrub it off, rinse it, dry it. Much better. This feels like super close to medium, but there's just that one little spot. You see that? Right here. That little grit catcher. Oh man, the rest of the stone looks pretty nice. Snowflake Obsidian's really pretty. Looks like there might have been a tad bit of undercutting. Just a little bit. I don't know what the undercutting would come from unless there was a chip in here. And again, it was in rough, so I don't know. This feels like it's, no, right there. See, as soon as I say it's ready to go to medium, I find a spot that's very rough. Fingernail catches. Like the Howlite, I don't think this really needs a whole nother week. I think it just needs a few more days. And I'm being really super picky. A lot of people would just say these are fine to go to medium. Right there. That's why we're not going to put that in medium. Big in there. It's like you really don't even need your eyes. Just let your fingers feel. Right there. And go to medium. Set it aside. Just put these others back in the barrel because they're just not ready. Alright, let's see how we're doing. You can see these just little one-offs that are keeping these beautiful stones from moving forward. This one can move forward. So we'll put that in our wash water to wait for these to catch up. They won't sit in the wash water. I'll just clean them up, put them in a baggie. And then they'll be ready for medium. As you can see, these little tiny ones here are very porous, and they're just going to be grit collectors, and they won't even work for my chip project. So I think we're just going to throw these out. I'd rather not have rocks ruined for false economy trying to save something. Oh, that one's ready for medium. Hurrah! Not ready, but close. Not ready. Not ready, but awfully, awfully close. Awfully, awfully close. Boy, I don't know if that would come. Sorry, it was off camera. I don't know if this would come out in medium or not. There's another little one right there. These are all dry, so it's easier to do an inspection when they're dry, because sometimes the shininess of it being wet hides the imperfection. That's why I do the field test. It is just spectacular. This one's so ready. Nope. You can kind of see Other than that, it's ready. Not sure how long it's going to take. 3 days, 4 days. I don't think this is going back in. See, again, it's really porous. And I know it's in a coarse stage, but I just think that this would cause undercutting. I mean, it hasn't so far, but it's only been in 2 weeks, so how could it really do a lot of damage? I don't know. This is not going back in. I'm going to get rid of this one. You know what? I'm going to hold this for a heavy coarse stage. Do an experiment with that one. This is a little bit slurry. Let's rip it off. Oh, I think this one's ready. Ready for medium. Oh. Keep hitting the camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's ready for medium. Let's look at it wet. Black really comes out when it's wet. See how gray it looks when it's not? Okay, let's put that in the bath for when we move to medium. There's another one ready for medium. That's got a little slurry on it. That's got a little slurry on it. That little pink dot. Isn't that funny? I wonder what mineral that is. This is so close. It's just this one right here. It's keeping it from going. Oh, I'm so happy with the Snowflake Obsidian. I'm gonna let this one go to medium, even though it has that one, because I want to use this as our experiment to see if that comes out in medium. And if it does, we've got stones that could move forward sooner. And we will know. That is slurry. And that is rough. Okay. And that needs to go back into rough for a little bit longer. Back into rough. And here are 2 chips that we found. We went through all the ceramic media. And we have our bag from last week of Snowflake Obsidian chips, and we will add it to there. And set this aside. So not bad. We didn't get a whole lot more chipping, just those couple, so that's awesome. So this stone with the host rock still on it looks like it could be, I don't know, I gotta throw it out. I think I'm just gonna, it hurts me to throw rocks out, and I don't actually put it in the garbage. I just put it out in the garden outside. I have a little pile that need to be taken outside. So, just not tumble worthy. Sorry, little guy. Bye. Alright, let's take a look at the... We've already gone through ceramic media to see if it has any pieces, you know, of chips or whatever. So we've already gone through this. We're going to add it back to the barrel. The barrel is, I really want to save it for a smaller barrel. And I think I've got one coming up with the Kambaba Jasper. I think it'll be ready to go to polish, and I can have a polished barrel I've been holding, and I can move that in there. So this, because it's in the 45C, this is a 4-pound barrel. There's like a quarter of the barrel filled. So we're gonna hold this aside to switch barrels, and then we'll have something new to run, I'm fairly certain. All right, we will be back with a couple tiny barrels that are in coarse. I want to get all of our coarse stuff done, you know, one time here. Okay. All right. We'll see these next week. Okay, we're back with our Snowflake Obsidian, and it has been sitting in 60/90 coarse since September 13th. Today's October 4th, so that's 4 full weeks. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 full weeks in 60/90, and let's see if it's ready to move forward. It's looking really beautiful, and that one is a yes. So that will be going on to medium. This one will be going on to medium. Let's see what we have here. You see these beautiful patterns? Oh, that's a maybe. That's a no. That's going to go back in the barrel. When we put them back in the barrel, they're going back into coarse. When we set them aside, they're going ahead to medium. And then we'll decide which we have more of. But we just don't want to get them mixed up. Oh, so lovely. These are turning out just perfect. Look at those beautiful patterns. Ooh. You have a scrape right across here. It might be a fracture line. Let's see. Dry this off. Sometimes when we dry it off, we can see the imperfections better. You can see it drying on the surface. Look at that nice matte shine that it has, and it's only been, you know, a few weeks in coarse. And it still has all the others to go through. Now this is a softer stone, so I think medium will take care of little imperfections like that. Yeah, there's another one. It won't move forward. So interesting to see all the different shapes that these stones tumble into. Oh, this is just lovely. I think we're having more head to medium than we are stay behind. Hope I didn't just jinx it. Be exciting if this can move forward. Look at that. So there's this right here, which I don't know if medium will take out or if it needs another week in rough. So we're going to set it aside. It does look like we lost some mass this week. These are looking a lot smaller. However, I don't really remember how big they were last week. I'll have to look at the video. They all start to run together. See, like there's just these little little pieces. I think I'm going to run that to medium and see if it comes out. The worst thing that happens if medium doesn't take that little scratch out is to put it back in rough. So it's really, you know, it's not the end of the world. There's a pit in that one. These are so darn close. It's like, just how much of a perfectionist do you want to be? Oh, look at that. That's a grit catcher. So this Snowflake Obsidian is moving quite quickly. I'm pretty happy with it. I would definitely run this again. This would definitely be a stone I would do again. It brings a lot of pleasure when it comes out really well, really quickly. It just has that little scrape. One there. There's a scratch there. That scratch would come out in medium. But this is a little fracture line. Oh, one more week. Well, I think most of it's ready to go to medium. There's only a couple pieces that are really staying back. See, there's a lot on this one. This whole corner needs work. There's a little bit on the back side. Had to say it out loud, didn't I? Didn't jinx it. I think that will stay also. Alright, let's look and see if we have any chips. We have a hair, not a chip. Okay, I'm not seeing any chips, and I don't see a lot of really damaged small ceramic media. So I think we don't need to throw anything out for this one. So this is all we have left to move forward in coarse. And this is what we have left to move forward to medium. So guess what? We're going to run it in medium, and we're going to hold the coarse stuff for something else it can run with. Pretty cool. So this is going to get a good wash, both by toothbrush, and I'm going to wash it through a wash cycle with Drift. And then we will move it to our medium 120-220 stage. Yay! We love progress. Alright, we'll be back with the next barrel shortly. Snowflake Obsidian. Oh, it's beautiful. It's been running in medium for 1 week. Now let's see what kind of progress we have. I want to dry them off. It's getting a really nice sheen. I'd say this one's ready for a 500 pre-polish. Okay. But we want to look at these dry because we want to find any imperfections. Any imperfections at all stays in medium. There's just the little tiniest bit that we'll never be able to see with the naked eye, unless I can get this thing to focus. It's right there. Medium, we'll put it in the barrel and we'll see what we're doing. Oh my gosh, these feel so super smooth already. Oh, this is lovely. That one can move on to polish. So that's got that little spot. I don't think that's ever going to come out. And once it's polished, you'll never see it. That little shiny spot. Feeling pretty excited. I think 1 week was the trick. It did, I mean, it did it. Now that I said that, I'm going to find one that needs to stay in medium. Yep, this one needs to stay in medium. Can you see that there? I'm going to keep that in medium. Doesn't that look like the bottom of a foot? Like the bottom of a shoe print? I don't know what my thing is with shoes today. Oh man, I'm so happy! These are just beautiful. Ooh. Snowflake Obsidian is moving along really nice. So far we've only found 2 pieces that need to continue in medium. I don't know, what's your opinion on Snowflake Obsidian? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Ambivalent? Well, that stays in again. It's a nice grounding stone. I think my dogs are putting their 2 cents worth in. Oh. That, I don't know. That might be one of, oh, can you see that? It's a little shiny spot that you probably won't see once it's polished. It's got some pink on the end. Oh, I'm so excited. I think this is going to move forward. I don't know if that should go to, I think that should probably stay in medium. Yeah, it's very snowy. And there's some rough feel in here. Can't really see with the naked eye, but you can feel it. Oh. Things have been in course stage for so long that when we finally get something that's moving forward, I am just so bloody happy. All right, so we've got 4 pieces that need to stay behind. All the rest of it is ready to move on to a 500 grit, which is our first of our fine pre-polishes. And we're just looking to see if we have any chips, which I don't believe we have. Okay, this Snowflake Obsidian is going to go into a wash cycle, probably 2 or 3 times until it comes out clear, you know, the wash water. And then we are going to move it on. So we have no chips for our little bag this week. This is our Snowflake Obsidian that needed another round in rough. So now we're going to make another one of these little baggies. This is Snowflake Obsidian needs another medium. And at some point, this stuff is going to catch up. We will throw it in with a barrel that has the same Mohs hardness and is in the same stage. Back with our last barrel for this week. It is our Snowflake Obsidian that has been 1 week in 500 grit, which is a lovely pre-polish. So we are going to just take a nice careful look at these and see if it's ready to move forward. See if any damage has happened. I feel that one little thing there. Now I do have some that I held back that needs another run of rough, and I have a bag that needs another medium. And so I moved some things in forward so that we can see, you know, where we're going to be. So I was hoping last week that by moving this stone forward, it would get rid of this right here. And as you see, it did not. So we're going to put this back in our needs another medium. Because I don't want to move anything forward that isn't absolutely perfect. And so this has got one that hits my fingernail. And these are dry, so we can get a really good look. This has got some damage. So can you see that damage? That's not going forward. I'm going to put that back in medium. Oh, this one's beautiful. It's ready to move forward. forward. And forward. Oh, this is exciting. These are so smooth. Wow, how much is in here? Okay, I'm going to move the camera a little bit so we can get under the light better. Forward. Oh, we've got a chip. So that's disheartening. Let's set that aside. Figure out what stone that came from. So it doesn't ruin the rest of the batches. Well, isn't that interesting? Yeah. Oh, this one's good. Good. Boy, we're really going through this quickly. I mean, we're looking for damage. Which is undercutting at this point. And if it knocks together in chips. Maybe I can move forward. Oh, I would definitely do the Snowflake Obsidian again. It is a pleasure to work with. Oh, we got a problem here. You see that? That is not going forward. That one is, though. Oh, I think this is where that chip came out of. That's going to have to go back into rough. Oh, that's sadness. No, there's a lot coming out of this. I might take that one all the way back to rough. Yeah. This has got a lot of chipping happen to that. Or it slipped through and went forward and wasn't ready. Wow. Alrighty. So this is what we have to move forward with, which is like a quarter of the barrel, not even. It's like one layer. So this barrel is too big. And we're going to go through the rest of this ceramic media and see if we find any more chips. And I'm not seeing any more. But we do have this one, so let's put it in our chip bag, which we have right here. Oh, I missed the bag. There we go. So that's how many chips we've gotten. Huh. Okay. Let's put that away for future projects. And these need one more round of medium, but I would like to go through them again and make sure that they really don't need a rough. Because we've got this many to go through rough one more time. So if I combine these two, that would be enough to move this barrel forward, and it would catch them up with these, and these could just wait for them. Because we're going to keep splitting these barrels here. And I don't have any more Snowflake Obsidian in the wind, you know, waiting on the sidelines. Yeah, this ceramic media, most of it's looking okay. I'm just pulling out these little tiny broken pieces so they don't get scratch further stones. I know it's a tedious process, but it really is very, very important. Okay, so this goes in the trash. It's just that little broken ceramic media. This looks fairly good. So now we have to make a decision. Are we going to hold? Are we going to put this in a smaller and smaller container? Oh, thank goodness that was just a wet spot. Keep moving it forward, or are we going to hold it? I think we're going to hold it. I think we're going to hold it and let the others play catch up. And yeah, we'll see what we've got for next week. Okay, fantastic. I hope everybody had a lovely week and has another lovely week coming forward. And yeah, life is good in the tumbling world. All right, we'll see you next week. Hello, and welcome back to Crystal Wellness Studio. This week is October 26th, and we are going to start with our Snowflake Obsidian Repair Barrel. Now, we have a batch of Snowflake Obsidian that we stopped and put on hold at the 500 grit level because we had so much Snowflake Obsidian left that needed to catch up to it. So this has been in 60-90 for a week, and we're gonna see what kind of shape this is. Now this is stuff that had been set aside and weeded out through all the other batches of Snowflake Obsidian. So it's been through rough several times, and a couple of these pieces have actually been through medium and had to go back. So let's see what we've got here. Let's not pour out all the water. See, that's just stone or ceramic media. Okay, we lost our focus. There it is. Now, let's see what we've got here. This is feeling perfect, but we're going to want to dry it off to make sure that we're not missing anything. Isn't this pretty? Now, I don't want you to get the idea that 1 week in rough, or in 1 week in 60-90 coarse grit is going to get this result. This has been several weeks, you know, in different stages. So this is, again, our repair barrel. Things that we had set aside because they had little dings or whatnot. This is absolutely perfect, and it's ready to move forward. So let's put that over there, so I don't get it mixed up. Okay. Well, I think that repair barrel did what we wanted. Because there was just little tiny dings, little tiny scratches, little tiny things we wanted to pull out because we want these to be close to perfect. I want these to be close to perfect. Some people are very happy with the natural stone, and that's fine. But I'm trying to learn tumbling and trying to teach tumbling. So we're going to try and get these as perfect as possible so people understand what they're getting into. We've got a lot to get through this week. We've got like 16 different kinds of stones. Wow. I think this repair barrel did its job. See, there's just a little bit. Can you see that? Well, I'm going to set that aside and we're going to see how many pieces still are in that shape. Because I don't think medium is going to fix that. Might. Pretty. Look at how that just made like a line. I don't know why we're losing focus today. I think that's bloody perfect. And when I rinsed the barrel, there was no chips, so we don't have any breakage, which is a good thing. They're still a little wet from the wash. Alright, so these that are moving forward are going to have to go through a wash cycle because we want to remove any residual slurry, you know, the 60-90 grit. I mean, these may look clean, it may feel smooth, but when we run a wash water, you'll be surprised how dark it is. And it cleans the barrel, it cleans the stones, it cleans the ceramic media. Oh, that's still got. So that crack didn't get fixed. Not cracked, but that damage. I don't want to move forward because that's just going to catch grit and it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to set this aside for a future. See, there's some right here too. This stone's going to get set aside for when I run Snowflake Obsidian again, because it's been fun to run. It's been really nice. Most of these are, I think there's only 2 that I pulled out. I mean, these are kind of tiny, you know, comparatively speaking. And that's because so much mass is lost when it's in the 60-90 grit. Because that's where all the shaping happens, all the smoothing. Oh. See, there's a problem there. Wow. This one's amazing. Now this is completely dry. Look at how cool it looks. Now let's put some water on it. And just look how it pops. And this is what it's going to look like when it's all polished. It's going to have this nice glassy high polish. Oh, gorgeous. So you can still see there's a little slurry on here. Little fine grains of grit. And that's what the wash cycle is going to fix. This has got some pink in it. That needs to be... Oh wow, this is awesome. Alright, this has a lot of issues. See that fracture line? And then there's that. Poor little thing got beat up. So we have 4 pieces that we're holding back for future 6090. Now this was the one that was a maybe. And since we're holding things back, we're just going to put it with it. If it was all by itself, I may have just put it forward and see what medium did. Ceramic media looks fine. So we're going to put that ceramic media back in the barrel because it's going to get the wash cycle as well. Okay, and for those of you that have not watched all the videos before, this is what we do for a wash cycle. So you put the ceramic media back in, you put the stones in, and then we're going to get some Draft baby detergent, laundry detergent. I'm not promoting this brand, you know, I'm not getting a kickback, nothing like that. It's just on the advice of other people that tumble. They've said that this is a good chemical-free laundry detergent to use, you know, for, you know, Draft. To use for the, I don't know what I'm saying, the wash cycle. So we're going to put, I'm actually going to put 2 tablespoons in here, just probably too much for the size of this barrel, but we want it to get clean. And now we're going to just add a little bit of water. Oh, focus is really off on this camera. Sorry about that. So now we're going to pour some water in here and we're going to put it on the tumbler for a couple of hours. And then we're going to drain it, rinse it, and then do a second wash cycle because the first one's going to be all dark and muddy. And yeah. So that's what's happening with this barrel. And then once it's washed and the wash water comes out fairly clean, then we'll go ahead and give it another really good rinse. And we will put it in medium grit of 120, 220 for a few days. I'm going to say probably a week. Really, it doesn't even need it. But I feel weird about moving forward to 500. So I kind of want to give it a feel, maybe just 3 days in medium. And then we'll check it, and if it looks really super good, which I'm 99% sure it will, then we can move it to the 500, again with another wash cycle in between. And then it'll catch up to everything that we had prior. And then we can combine these 2 batches and have a full batch of Snowflake Obsidian again, and it'll be ready to move in to the 1000 pre-polished, super fine aluminum oxide grit. Yeah. So that's what's happened with Snowflake Obsidian. All right, we'll be back in a minute with our next barrel. All right, we're back with our Snowflake repair barrel. Now we had Snowflake Obsidian that is all the way up to through medium, and it's ready to go, or through 500. It's actually ready to go to 1000 grit, but we've set it aside because we wanted the rest of our Snowflake Obsidian to catch up. And here we have our little tiny repair barrel. These were our problem children snowflakes that took forever. It's been in 60-90, I think 1 week to catch up. I'm sorry, it's not in 60-90, it's in 120-220, so it's in medium to catch up to our other barrel. So we're gonna have to run this in 500. Oh yeah, we're gonna run this in 500. We're gonna give it a wash cycle. And then it should be able to catch up. I mean, it's looking really good. We want to make sure we don't have any chips. Ooh, really nice. So this was stuff that was sitting in medium and needed to run one more time. And it did the trick because these are just gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. Oh, I love it when a plan works. Can you get good color on this? Everything looks really dark today. Which it shouldn't, it's a bright sunny day out. 100%. Everything's running perfectly. There's no chips. There's no, anything. It's perfect. So it is ready for a couple of wash cycles, and then it will go to 500 grit to catch up. Oh my gosh, fantastic. Alrighty. And we're back with our last barrel of the day. This is our Snowflake Obsidian repair barrel. Now we have some Snowflake Obsidian sitting aside waiting to move to 1000 grit pre-polish. And we had a bag of Snowflake Obsidian that we wanted to catch up. So this has been running, it's run through a medium, and now it's gone through a week of 500 grit for repair. And we're going to look at it and see if it's ready to move forward to 1000. And if it is, we can combine both barrels, or both batches, and get them back on the straight and narrow. That's kind of funny to put it that way, the straight and narrow. It'll be back together again. One complete batch. This is gorgeous. Let's see how we're getting here. Okay, this is completely dried off. So even dry, it's getting a little bit of a sheen. And it is ready. So ready to move forward to 1000 grit. Wow. Just wanted to catch up these last few pieces. Little snowflakes. It is so smooth to the touch. And even though it has a little bit of grit, of the pre-polished grit still on it, it is still so smooth. So this is going to go through 2 or 3 wash cycles until the water runs clear. And we're going to wash it with the other batch because it didn't get washed yet. And all of it should move forward to 1000. And we'll run that for a week and see how we are. And if that is next door to perfect, we're going to put it on polish for a week. So we're getting really close to having our Snowflake Obsidian ready to be finished. So far, out of all the batches we've run, that's going to have to wait. Out of all the batches we've run, only the Kambaba Jasper has finished completely. Everything else is still in various stages. It's been 3.5 months that we've been running all these stones. So wonderful. Oh, that's got to go back a stage. And I have some black obsidian that I'm going to be running soon, and I can throw these pieces that aren't going to make it. I can hold them aside and throw them in those barrels. And those barrels catch up. Oh. Okay, you see this one? See that break? That never should have made it this far. It's so little. I'm gonna put this in for garden stone. Yeah, that's gonna be a garden stone. Oh, look at that one right there. Yeah, I'm just going to go backstage. That's a grit catcher. No chips, so we're good there. This is ceramic media that's chipped and I want to get rid of it. I don't want it to be a grit catcher and cause damage, so I'd rather just pitch it. That's just color. Okay, so we are going to take these 3 pieces and set them aside for when another obsidian batch is ready for medium. And then the rest of these are going to be ready for 1000 grit as soon as we're done with the wash barrel. Okay, we will see you next week. Bye. And we're back with our last barrel for this week. We have our Snowflake Obsidian, which has been running 1 week in 1000 pre-polished grit aluminum oxide. Oh, wish you could feel how lovely this is. Even with my chapped hands, this feels delightful. Absolutely stunning. Snowflake Obsidian. Started out so big, ended so small. This is looking really, really beautiful. I believe we can move this on to polish. It feels flawless. So far, so good. We'll put this in several wash cycles to make sure it's absolutely clear, free of any grits of any kind, free of anything else too. And then we will put it in polish, and I think I'm going to do the aluminum oxide because this has just been doing so well. Really nice. I'm very happy with how this is turning out. Oh, I would definitely do Snowflake Obsidian again. Every once in a while, you just need a win. Everything's looking good. I'm not finding any breakages. Not finding any chipping, any underscoring. Wow. This is just lovely. Okay. We put it in a wash cycle and put it in polish. We'll take a look at it again next week. We're almost done with our Snowflake Obsidian. Alright, wonderful. I hope you have a delightful week and stay out of trouble and avoid COVID. See you next week.